This week on Supercars Torque, we get to see another Supercheap livery. Brad Jones Racing has announced their co-drivers for the Enduros this year, and we see a Bus Bro win the Indy 500. In celebration of Bus Bro Joseph Newgarden winning the Indy 500, I've got the closest thing I had at hand, a Shell. It's actually a Penske hat as well. Newgarden was obviously driving the Shell, Penske, Dallara, Chevrolet, everything name under the sun, and went on to win and drink the milk. Yeah, just happy for them. Him and Scott McLaughlin, Bus Bros and all that. Follow those guys quite closely. But back at home, big news this week, the Supercheap Wildcard. We got to see the livery. First thing I thought about was, is this just another testing livery like they have done for the past few years? Maybe not, because it has been announced that Zane Goddard will be partaking in the round in Darwin in still like 3 months away because of such a short calendar this year. Get onto that afterwards. But yeah, that's great news that we will see Zane doing a solo round in this car. This is what I'm really hoping for the wild cards. I just want to see more cars out there, and I'd love to see, hopefully, obviously this year's a bit harder with Gen 3 being new, but more teams getting spare cars and being able to give co-drivers and that a run during the year, which is why it's really disappointing that this year they've been limited to one sprint round each. But we will get to see that combo at Sandown and Bathurst as well. That has been confirmed. Fingers crossed, there's a couple more wild cards that kind of come out of the woodwork. Now on the livery, it is quite a kind of plain, what we've been used to as being the testing livery does stand out. Yeah, I mean, what's to say, chances are they will probably release something else before Bathurst, so we can just get used to that one for now. And also on a little side note there, Wes McDougall will be engineering this car. Wes is famous for being at Matt Stone Racing and then getting a job at Triple Eight with Jamie Whincup, them burning him out over the year. He stepped away for a while, then he's been back with them at the start of the year on a subcontractor consultancy whatever basis, and he's coming back into the Triple Eight fold to engineer this car for the 3 rounds this year. Brad Jones Racing has confirmed their Enduro lineup for this year, meaning there is only 3 seats to be announced with co-drivers. They've done the big bold thing of going for exactly the same lineup as last year, so we will see Dale Wood confirmed with Andre Heimgartner as well, and that will be a 2-year deal. He'll be there next year for that one. Bryce Fullwood and Dean Fiore will be teaming up again. Macaulay Jones and Jordan Boys, and Jack Smith and Jackson Evans. Yeah, what can you say about that? Some solid lineups and some that, well, they're not going to win the race anyway, so let's not get carried away with that. The 3 seats that are still up for grabs are the 2 Premier seats and that MSR seat next to Cam Hill. We do know the Tickford lineup. We don't have quite a confirmed list with those guys, but quickly running through, we can assume Cam Waters and James Moffat will be together. It's looking like Declan Fraser and Tyling Everingham, James Courtney and Zach Best, and Tom Randall and Gary Jacobson. The other one, I suppose, that isn't confirmed, but is it not confirmed yet, will be Todd Hazelwood. Cool drive there. Will he be with Tim Blanchard? Signs point to yes. DJR Anton is with Tony D'Alberto again, and Will Davison and Alex Davison will be doing their classic double act, Brothers Unite or something. Walkinshaw Andretti United. Nick Percat will be with Fabian Coulthard and Chaz Mostert and Lee Holdsworth together again. Brad Jones Racing we've been through. Triple Eight, Brock Feeney with Jamie Whincup and Shane Van Gisbergen and Richie Stanaway. Team 18, Mark Winterbottom and Michael Caruso, and Scott Pye and Warren Luff join up again, which will be a very strong pairing at Bathurst if the car's there underneath them. Grove Racing hasn't actually confirmed their lineup, but we can assume that they'll do the smart thing and put Garth Tander with Dave Reynolds, Matt Payne and Kevin Estra. I think I've pronounced that right. Erebus has got Brodie Kostecki and Dave Russell once again, and Will Brown and Jack Perkins. A little bit as I questioned the other week whether those guys now are championship contending co-drivers or not now. Solid pairs of hands, yes, but how do they stack up against the best in the field now? Well, we'll see when it comes around. I'll question them all the way through, and then they'll do a bang-up job at Bathurst once again. And then obviously Matt Stone, Jack LeBrock and Jaden Ojeda. Cameron Hill, will it be Aaron Seaton back again, or will they go kind of down looking at the Super 2 ranks? And then Premier, I've got a feeling that they're maybe holding out for whoever's got the biggest budget coming along. But yeah, I think this is probably about the earliest ever in a season where it's been this kind of set in stone. And some of these, like we're already talking 2-year deals with some of these co-drivers. People are locking them away quite early to get the best co-drivers that they can. So the other little thing to come out this week that is actually a big thing, but it was a little comment within an article. Supercars are looking at least 15 rounds next year. At least. Now, whether that comes off or not, but that's at least 3 more rounds than this year. How are the teams going to cope? So keep an eye out later on in the week. I'm going to do a special video on this, on what will be my dream calendar, but with the gaps we've got at the moment, the ridiculously large gaps between rounds, how much more exciting would it be with, just even 3 more races just to fill out those gaps a little bit better. Obviously, we don't want to get too carried away and be like Formula 1. I think that 15 to 16 is a good kind of number, and I'm going to base my kind of dream calendar for next year off 15, and then I think we can probably add in maybe 1, maybe 2 more rounds on that, but keep an eye out for the special video. Did you watch the Indy 500? What did you think of that compared to Monaco, which was actually an exciting race as well? Down in the comments. And who do you think is going to fill those last 3 remaining co-driver slots? But until next time, I'm still Dave, and I'll catch you later.